Hey folks, how you doing today? So for our last bit here of the course, I want you to do is make your own font. You designed a font already with your Alpha Anatomy project, but you were limited to working with a grid, utilizing circles and squares. Here, you're going to be able to take what you've learned about fonts this semester, from the Alpha Anatomy project, from the hand letter type, and just from probably drawing things out for your whole life, and you're going to learn how to make a font that is your own, and it's free. And I'm going to walk you through it, and you're going to have something that when you go ahead and you press the letter A on your keyboard, it's going to put an A on Photoshop or Microsoft Word or whatever. You could share this font. You could load it up to defont.com and sell it. You can do whatever you want. It's going to be yours and it's going to be real. So it's pretty cool. You get to make your own little baby. So we're going to start at this website here, calligraphr.com. So that's calligraphr.com. And there's a lot that goes on here for sure. And basically it tells you transform your handwriting or calligraphy into a font, and this is true. And there's pricing that we can take a look at, right? And you can buy pro pricing if you really want, but for my project here, free will work perfectly fine. Okay, so this isn't going to cost you a dime. So if you go into login, you have to make an account. Okay, so you'll have to go ahead and register for account here, put your email and your password confirmation, and then submit it. I will tell you that they will take about 10 minutes or so to email you, so you have to be patient, but the email does come through, and then you'll be able to log in after that. So I'll log in right now, and nope, it doesn't need to save my website or my password. So this is what it looks like, and I won't lie, the website doesn't look all that great, but there's actually quite a bit going on here under the hood. So the first thing that we have to do is what it says, create a template and print it out. So this video is going to be about creating this template. So we're going to go ahead and do this. So you could play here for quite a while, but here's the thing that you need to understand, that if you are going to go ahead and create a free account to make free fonts, that you are limited to 70 characters, okay? And that includes letters, numbers, symbols, all that sort of stuff that you would normally find in the English language. So 75 seems like a lot, but actually it's not a ridiculous amount. So we are going to have to make some decisions here as far as what we should have and what we shouldn't have. But I played around on this for quite a while, and eventually I got to a point where I was able to pare it down right to 75, and it's everything that you need. So we're going to start here with minimal English. And as you see, what we have here is we have our 26 letters for our capitals and our 26 letters for our lowercase. And we've got things like exclamation points, parentheses, commas, periods, things like that, right? Then numbers, that's something that we're probably going to want to have, right? So we have those in there. And then minimal punctuation, we probably want that. Now, when you put all those things in there, numbers, punctuation, and English, what it tells you is that there are currently 79 number or characters or ligatures in the template, but the free version only supports 75, like I mentioned. So what we need to do is we need to decide maybe what we don't want or what we don't need. And again, this is going to be your decision more so than mine, but I'll tell you what I got rid of, and you can decide whether you want to get rid of it too. So I got rid of the plus sign. Okay, so I just clicked on it, and I'm going to click delete, and now I'm down to 78 characters. Start thinking about what it is you want to do and what it is you don't want to do, and what you really need. I don't really need an equal sign either, and so I'm going to go ahead and hit delete. I do need a subtraction sign or a dash, though. That's kind of something, or a hyphen. That's something I can't live without. So I got to keep that one, right? Let's see. Percent. I don't know how often I'm going to use percent, so I'm going to get rid of that. So now I'm down to 76 characters. I only got one left. So I went back and forth with this quite a bit, and I just thought about what I need to write. What I need to write a story, a sentence, what's really kind of important to me. And I decided that at the end of the day, I needed an exclamation point, and I needed parentheses, commas, periods, dashes, slashes. I needed those things. What I didn't need, though, was an @ sign. So I got rid of that. And I'm going to hit delete. And now I am down to 75 characters in my template. So I'm good to go. So I'm going to click download template. And it asks you if you want to download this as a PDF or a PNG, and then how big you want the template cells. So you can drag this down and have them really little, or you can bring this all the way and have them really big. I kind of like them sort of in the middle here, like kind of underneath that, in between that word template and cells. I'm going to give it a name. So I'll just give it my name, Nick's calligraphr template. And as far as these things, I'm gonna keep it a PDF, by the way, too. Draw help lines. What those are, right? Those are going to be, and this tells you exactly what they are, right? They're going to be things like baselines, cap heights, things like that. So I think they're good. And you can even have characters in your background. And I'm going to go ahead and download this without them in there. And I'll show it to you. And it says, please down your template. So I'll click on that. And it downloads. And this is what it looks like, right? So you can see how there are lines here to help us out. Cap height, X height, all that fun stuff, right? I'm going to come back here, close this, click on the download template again. I'm going to put the characters in the background, download that, and then go ahead and it's going to open up a page here. And what this is going to do is this is essentially going to just show me what these things look like. Now, I think that this is a good to have because it shows me exactly where the baseline is in the system, right? And so it's here. So if I looked at these things, I might get confused. I might think that that bottom one's the baseline, but it's really here. And it shows me where that cap height exists. And it shows me, again, where that X height is right there, right? Lets me know where, okay, that's where my descenders are going to fall. It gives me all that information, which is really important. But that doesn't mean that I need to download this one, because here's the thing. This is how this thing works. You can draw on this. You could do this digitally. You can do this a whole bunch of different ways. But those things are going to be in the background. And that means that when you re-upload this to create your font, they could pick that stuff up. And it's a light gray, but it could happen. And I'm telling you right now that I did one of these just this week, and a couple of my letters, not all of them. I just printed this off and I did it really quick with a Sharpie marker, and then I scanned it in and uploaded the JPEGs. And a couple of my letters picked up some of the gray letters here. So I would look at them to get a sense, but I think it's in your best interest to do this without any letters in there. And as far as how to save this as a PDF, we'll say File and Save As, and it should save right as a PDF. And I'm going to put it right here inside of my typography folder and save it in there. And then I'm good to go. If you want, I can go ahead and do the same thing here. And save that right in there too. And then I'll be good to go so I can see what I'm doing. Next steps are going to be on paper and then eventually digital. And I'm going to show you a workflow that I think will work out really well for you, and it's going to make a nice font. I'll tell you that this about calligraphr, though. It's fairly new. It's free, which means that there are a few little bugs in it, but it's a great, great, great tool for a budding type designer to start. And it's not going to cost you $350 to realize that, oh man, I don't really even like making fonts. right? So this is the perfect place for you to start this. And then after this, you can kind of build and do some different stuff. So when we come back, we're going to take a look at actually putting these things on paper first, and then after that, going ahead and bring them into Illustrator and Photoshop. All right. Thank you very much. Goodbye.